Yo. Hi. Hard breathing through it on this madness, yo. Nairobi, are you ready for this? I don't think so. Go get ready, big man thing. My people crazy, you better like it. Go get ready, my people crazy, you better like it. Good wonder, it's a dazzle thing and never surrender. Pretty girl, good wonder, it's a dazzle thing and never surrender. Go get busy, man. It's a freaky time. That's how we do it, man. It's a party time. We can end it, but what baby? It's a dazzle thing, karibu tu caliente. Give me this front fight, girl. I'm here to conquer, girl. In the business, I'm dangerous. My trigger on the baddest. The party just started. My body's in a hurry. I enter. Looking for a bad boy in the place, ain't nobody bad. Enter. Looking for a bad boy in the place, ain't nobody bad. I'm a bigger man, careful, girl. Shock you in this reggaeton 10 times, girl. Good wonder. It's a dazzle thing and never surrender. Pretty girl, good wonder. It's a dazzle thing and never surrender. Go get busy, man. It's a freaky time. That's how we do it, man. It's a party time. Go get ready, big man T. My people crazy, you better like it, yo. Yeah, Central Africa. Yeah, and Kenya on this madness.
Ati spola pole wesi mi roga mama sita mi ufanya madem mwenye ukona baki kujishika iwe dancehall ama hip hop buda mina wakilisha tunabomba tuko party tunaban hii weekend weekend yo hashtag check it tunaban press it to the one cha madem wako hapa wanadai tu vijiti wanjiti kwa kiti waresh wako fiti weekend tunaban adi che watch for the G top on the panty
Kuja what?
Hey y'all, John Sanders here, and I was just looking at the that little intro, all right, and we used to have, as I told you guys before, we used to have basketballs with kids' names on them, and we gave everyone basketballs. It kind of backfired on us. That's why we make the kids like purchase their stuff now, because we had kids that would buy the basketballs, join the program, whatever, and then they would leave after like a month or two. But then all the basketball orders came in afterwards, and we were like stuck with their basketballs. And I wasn't gonna find them to give them the basketballs. Nah, screw that. So we just used their basketballs for regular practice instead of buying like other ones. So they became like our what I call them, the rest in peace basketballs. All right, because it had some kid's name on it who we never saw again, like Jeremy Evans. I remember that guy's name, but I don't remember the kid. But we always saw his name on the ball, and it reminded the kids, yo, you might be gone any second. Not because you got cut, but because you quit. All right, and I like that. But the intro right there, as I'm looking at all the kids that like, you know, have either like are still in our program, some of them have come back to our program, all right, and other ones have left. And when I see the ones that left, I'm like, dude, where are you now? Where are you now? And usually those are the high school guys, and I'm like, I told them if they worked really, really hard, that they had a chance to make D3, because I knew what level they were. I gave one guy a chance to make D2, but I'm just guessing based off of like, you know, it's an educated guess, but I don't know the future, right? You know, but I see those kids, and I was like, and I told them, you got to do this, got to do this, got to do this, and for a few of them, I got them to work out at 6 a.m. in the morning, and I got them to do a whole bunch of stuff, and after a couple of months, I thought that they were improving, and then they just stopped. And I'm sure that they stopped, not because they were like, this is too hard. They stopped because they were like, no, the direction that you're taking me on isn't good enough to get me to where I want to be. But I've semi-followed those kids, and they are not where they said that they would be. But we can't go back in time, so all they have to do is just either say, I would have made them even worse than they are now, or they would have to believe me and say, yeah, we could have made it if we were with you. But I'm pretty sure that they think, or that I guess they could think that I would have done nothing different and that they are where they are. And the work that I was having them do, I think it was too hard. maybe they wouldn't admit to that, but it was tough, especially when they were there. They were struggling doing it because it was like hard. It was in the morning. It was tough. They were tired. Okay, it was tough. I'm also a college basketball player, and I was an overseas basketball player. The coaches that they had afterwards were not. And if they were college, they were like very low level. So I've been to higher places. So, but it doesn't matter if you've been somewhere. Can you teach someone how to get there is the thing, right? But I think that they could have made it. So what they're really saying is they think that I was wrong, or my way was the route and they missed that. Those are the only two options. Either I was wrong about saying that they could make D3 or D2 because they didn't make that level. They're not going to. Either I was wrong and they weren't that good, or my route was right and they just didn't take it. I don't see any other thing, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I just don't see any other route to that. What's up, Weston? I see a Teo Trujillo. So when you guys are going out there, and I'm trying to tell you a route to get to, I may appear like this. You see a marathon, right? You're like, dude, this is gonna be a long race, and I'm trying to tell you to go this way. They're trying to tell you to go that way, or we're trying to tell you to go the same way. Either way. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get you to sprint. And you're like, Coach, this is a marathon. I can't be sprinting. I got to pace myself, right? And I'm like, nah, you got to sprint. You got to hurry up. You got to hurry up and get there now. You got to get there now. And you're like, it's a long time. I have time. But by the time that you get to the end of this race, guys, you won't have time. So when I'm trying to tell you to sprint right now and to do every single thing listed in this book right now, it's because I see the kids who are seniors and juniors, and they didn't capture their dreams, and I see you in the future, and you in the future just came up to me and you were like, "Can you whisper something to my former self?" Because the people in the future can barely talk, and they're like, "Excuse me, help me, tell my former self to run." To run, please run. And then I'm like, I'll try tell him, but he's gonna think I'm lying. He's gonna think I can't see the future. All right, so can you do it for your future self? Can you just trust me that I can kind of see this because I've seen it 1,000,000,000 times before, or at least not, probably thousands of times before. All right, so see what I'm talking about. Try to at least, and then we can get there together. All right, let's begin with the quote of the day. Quote of the day is, all we have is now. As I was just talking about the future. That is true. We do have the past, we have the future, but really all we have is now. And you have to see that that now is what's important. All right? And as I just said, you have to take care of stuff now. All right? You can't wait for the future. If you want your future to be anything at all, you have to do it now. So it's either you're capable of doing it now or you're not. You can't say I'm going to build up to that one day. All right? That's not it. If you are an NBA pro, or if you are a D1 player, or if you are a varsity player, you're gonna have to give that varsity effort now, because you can't just become that guy. You can't just hope that you become that guy. So many people go through relationships even where they're like, yeah, this guy, this girl, they're not perfect. They're not perfect for me, but I'm gonna change them. It's just a few things I gotta tinker with. Yes, these things are definitely things I hate, but I'm gonna change them. And then again to the relationship and realize that they can't change everything because these things were crucial things about the person. All right, that's how it is for you and your NBA dreams. You think you're just gonna change once you get there. All right, and even if you did change once you got there, you wasted so much time that new person that you are, this Mamba mentality guy that you have just become, where you're like, I'm shooting 500 shots a day now. I'm like, dude, you're a senior and you have 1 month to go. It's not enough time. You lost. All right, you needed to start when you were in the 6th grade. You lost. Look in the mirror because you lost. All right, no, and you're like, but is there a time machine? Nope, no time machine, because you're not in the 6th grade anymore. You're a 12th grader. You lost. All right, and you have to realize that once these years go by, you can't get them back. All right? But since I just walked you through that whole thing, I guess you can see it like this is a time machine, and that you're here again, and you're just a 6th grader. You are no longer a 12th grader. You haven't lost yet. You don't have to look in the mirror and cry. No, no, no. I transported you back here magically to the 6th grade. And you're a 6th grader, and you're posting homework. But will you post the entire homework, or you just post some of it? Will you work your butt off in practice, or just kinda? Will you come to every single workout, or just some? Will you come to every single game, or just some? Will you take those big chances, or not? All right, here's your second chance. We've walked you through your entire life. You lost. Now you rewound. What are you going to do this time? All we have is now. That's the quote of the day. Our itinerary, something we should be doing in the future, our open gym stuff and our team stuff, because I call it the future because we don't have Thursdays yet. We won't have Thursdays. I was going to have both days, but I don't think that's smart. So we're just adding Tuesdays starting next week. And we'll do that for at least a month, and then we'll get to Thursdays eventually. But you guys do need to play. All right, these open gyms on Thursdays will be big. All right, so we'll figure out a place. Maybe we can figure out a place like right in between Aurora and Broomfield, so that both groups can meet. But I think that they have practices on Thursdays. I'm not sure. I'll talk to them about that, but that would be cool. We would start out open gym with the clap game, then 1-on-1 mid post, and then we would play 5-5-on-5. As for our team practices, 2-on-1 break, flares, baseline of bounds defense, 5-second count extension. It's 49 seconds down by 3, then 5-on-5 oldest versus youngest. I want to talk about the 5-second count extension. Make sure when you catch the ball, do not start dribbling right away. Please don't start dribbling right away. Hang on to that ball. All right, you can swing it the opposite direction. Yes, you can look for your shot. Of course, all right, and then you can also look to drive, I suppose, or look for an assist. But what you shouldn't do is catch the ball and immediately start to dribble, all right? Especially when you're not going to the basket. All right, if you catch the ball and you have a lane, then yeah, rip the ball through low, go to the basket. But other than that, catch the ball and you want to assess, and you don't assess by dribbling. The people who catch the ball and start dribbling, they're telling the coaches out there, I suck. All right, because that's what sucky players do. You don't just catch the ball and start dribbling for no reason. You want to save that dribble, and then if you do use the dribble, you want to use it to attack the defense. Okay, that's when you use your dribble. All right, it's like a. I guess should I say this? I think I have to. It's like a gun. All right. If you wanted to go out there and just come in there like Yosemite Sam, he's a cartoon character, young kids, and just come out there like pew 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 pew, yeah baby, you're not gonna win that fight because everyone's gonna hear you coming. Everyone's gonna be like, yo, let's get some help side there, right there. All right, he's about to drive. I see him dribbling. All right, you're telling everybody. But if you go out there and you're strategic with it, that's when you can be great. So use your dribble strategically. You don't need to dribble every single second. Plus, you can't pass off the dribble as easily as you can pass off the catch. Plus, you can't see because you're dribbling. Plus, the defense might steal it instead of you just holding it. All right. And plus, when you start to drive, you can surprise them. Okay. So use it strategically. 5-second count extension. You get more than just 5 seconds. All right. It's not just you catch it, you get 5 seconds. You can hold the ball for 4 seconds. Then if it happens, if you have no play, you can start to dribble and they will switch hands and start counting with the other hand. So then you get 4 more seconds. Then when you get to 4 seconds again, you can pick up the ball if you absolutely need to. Then you get 4 more seconds. So you have 12 seconds with the ball before it's a turnover. You should be able to do something in that 12 seconds. And again, it gets worse and worse and worse as you go on. But for the first 4, you should be chilling, just looking and assessing, figuring out the offense. All right, let's see who is doing the homework. Anybody? You are what you do, not what you say you'll do. All right, Joey and Noah, 3-1 work. Oh, 3-1 workout. I got it. Limitless hoops workout. Nice job doing the workout. Why do we keep adding extra things to this, guys? Come on. All right, that was the only workout for the day. Let's check them out. Where are they? Joey and Noah form shot and warm-ups. Let's see what they were doing today. All right, this is how you see the workouts. All right, and you can check it out on our website, Limitless Hoops. You can go here, click right there on the side, click on curriculum, and then click on homework right there. And you get to see people's homework as they post it. All right, let's check out the form shots. Uh-oh, this one right here. So this is how you should warm up. That's not a form shot. Why are you blocking your little brother, dude? Cold-blooded.
Right, warm up.
Okay, now here goes the master telling him what's up. All right, those aren't form shots though, but that's decent. Keep it close so that you can perfect your shot and slowly move it back. I like it. How about the next one? Joe, you know if you want to work out. Now, did you notice what Randy was carrying right there? Where's Randy? Right there. That's the book right there. Oh man, that's the book. So they really doing the workout. I like it. So what is it? Ball bells? What are we doing? Are they actually doing the workout? Or are they just standing? That's not in the book. What is that? Okay, that one's in there. So that's retreat, then push out, whatever I call it. Retreat and escape. I still don't see any workouts being done. Okay, step up to shots. All right, it's a slow workout. All right, how about the last one? Oh, it's the same thing. All right, so they did something. Now maybe not the hardest workout in the world, but they did something. You got to give them some credit for that. Again, I just randomly check in. If I check in and you were the hardest worker out or ever, you would be like going balls to the wall. But at least you're there. At least you're doing something. All right, but try to work out harder. Okay, let's check out the story of the day.
If a child loves math so much, they practice it for hours every night. I doubt many parents would worry about them getting burnt out, the same way so many parents worry about their child getting burnt out in regard to a sport that child loves. Going at the child's chosen pace is best, and parents should expect some changes in their passions.
All right, do you guys get it? Do you guys get it? Well, tell your parents that. You're not gonna get burnt out in a sport, and if you do, who cares? It's a sport. All right, because again, if you're like reading too much, your parents are gonna be like, stop doing so much English homework. You're gonna hate it in the future. And while that may be true, dude, I don't know, like, you're allowed to change sports every year. Who cares, dude? I mean, it's the sport. What you're learning from sports is you can go from sport to sport learning. You're learning about dedication. You're learning about this, learning about that. And if you were to go half-paced for one sport for 12 years versus going to 12 different sports and working your butt off until they burnt you out every single year, I would take that person. To go your hardest the entire time, because who knows? It might unlock something. I think if you get burnt out, it just proves that you couldn't go all the way, basically. It proves that like you didn't have it in you to get to a higher level because you just didn't have that much passion in you. You had passion, but not that much passion in you. And yeah, I guess you could go for 24 hours a day, and that could be too much. But within reason, as much as we go, like an hour and a half, that's not that much. To be burnt out of something just means that you're over it, and that's okay in life to be over something. You're allowed to switch things. It's cool. And again, if it were math class, your parents wouldn't even argue. They would just be happy. They would be like, good, get as far ahead as you possibly can. Cool, we're happy. Oh, you don't like doing it now? You know what? Keep doing it because it's math. All right? So I think parents don't need you to be like Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant. Your parents need for your basketball career, again, to not mirror Steph Curry. It doesn't need to be that level. How about if your name is Billy and you have a basketball career that you're going for, and your parents want you to emulate someone amazing, how about they just have you emulate Billy during school? There you go. You, basketball Billy, work as hard as school Billy. All right, school Billy, he goes to school 5 days a week. There you go. Basketball Billy, go to basketball 5 days a week. School Billy does 2 hours, 3 hours of homework every night. Oh, there you go. Basketball Billy, do 3 hours of homework every night. That's all that we're asking. We're not asking for you to be like Kobe Bryant, Steph Curry, just asking you to be like Billy or whoever's in the mirror of yours. Does that make sense? Does that add up? I think it adds up. I don't know. Moving on. We got a trivia question today that I don't believe was answered last week. If it was, feel free to win anyways. All right, the trivia question today is, in which year did the NBA Finals have the highest viewership at 35.89 million viewers? If anyone knows that, please answer right now. Again, there's so many different years. Was it recent? Was it last? Again, no one answered the last time. Literally, you can just type in those words to Google. But first one to answer wins. But it looks like this month's winner will have to be Kieran Love. We even asked him the question that we asked every Tuesday. On Wednesday, finally, it went 3 weeks with no answer. Kieran and company figured it out in like 25 seconds. They were like, give me the trivia and I will knock it out the park. And that's why he wins the coins. Now, next month, we will be starting off with our, what is that called? The Snack Shack. We'll be able to take our coins. You will be able to buy food with the coins, guys. So that makes these even more valuable. Realize you win $10 basically because I'm giving you a free meal whenever you use a coin at our game. Up to 1 coin max, by the way. You can't just buy me out and throw the food away. That would be jacked up. But yes, anyways, the winner for this month is Kieran Loud. If you know the answer to this question, you go ahead and answer by the end of the show. Maybe we'll ask it again next week. Possible. Who knows? All right. Anyways, that's all the time I got for that one. We got to move on. All right. Next thing we got is, let me see. I think it's a did you know? Did you know? And again, you guys are supposed to answer, did you know? And this did you know is, did you know that little kids were allowed on the court during the Minnesota Spurs game? I mean, the little kid came on the court, 1998. I believe that is the answer. I'll talk about that in a second, though. But yes, a little kid came on the court and tried to shoot a shot, and this is what Wembanyama did to him.
Victor literally blocks it and takes it away.
Thinks he's going to get sneaky.
Wait, that's not a little kid. That's an NBA player.
Literally blocks it and takes it away.
Wembanyama making
sneaky.
NBA players look like little bitty kids. Did you know that was possible? I mean, this is supposed to be a did you know fact, but this is a fact right here. Did you know that Wembanyama was capable of making someone look that pathetically like silly? And I'm not this guy. This guy's in the NBA. All right, it's awesome. He's a great player, I'm sure. Morris is his name, but I mean, that is kind of crazy. Why did he even try to shoot it over? The shot clock wasn't against him. But man, did you even know that this was possible? He didn't leave the ground. It wasn't even straight up block. He kind of reached out.
Sneaky.
Got his own.
And yeah, so I didn't know that. But yes, 1998 is the answer because it was Michael Jordan's year. But since then, we've had the internet. Since then, we've had lower numbers. But look, they've also got like a massive Earth reach too. So I'm sure that the numbers overall have gotten larger. Except this is TV views. I do think the NBA is more popular than it's ever been. They also had Michael Jordan this year. Also, we do have so many other forms of entertainment. People are, watching concerts. We're watching stuff on their phone. They're watching Netflix. They're watching this. So I'm not really sure if these numbers are accurate either way. I just know that there's a whole bunch of arguments to say that the NBA is more popular. And there's a whole bunch of arguments saying that the NBA is less popular. But I don't think anyone really, really knows. But as far as we can track, this was the highest year, and it was 1998. Great job to Teo Trujillo. You ended the month with 4 points. Great job, buddy. All right, moving on. Beyond just our Did You Know thing, we have a highlight for you.
Inside Washington, puts it in.
P.J. Washington with the last second dunk to get the lead. Then Max Strauss says,
From midcourt.
no thank you.
Oh, do you believe this?
No thank you. I got this. And the crazy part is this is not Max Strus's longest game-winning three-pointer either. He shot one from a little bit beyond that in college to win a game. So he's been here before. And he said, luckily for him, Donovan Mitchell was not in the game because Donovan would have shot that shot. But he gets to shoot it because Donovan's not in the game, and he drilled it. Took the dribble, shot it like a jump shot.
From midcourt has won it.
Got him.
For the Cavaliers.
Now, someone pointed out to watch P.J. Washington during this. He dunks the ball. He flexes. P.J. Washington flexes. But he doesn't just flex. He keeps flexing the entire time during the shot. And only when the shot goes in does his flex become this. And he goes, oh. So, I don't know. Try to watch him. So, P.J. Washington's the guy that dunked it.
Max Strus.
Right there, number 25. So he dunks it, flexes on everybody, and he continues to flex all the way up the court. You can't see from that angle, but yes. Boom. And then puts his head in his head, and he's done flexing. Finished flexing right there. That's a tough shot. What is your longest game-winning shot? Mine is actually from the free throw line. Just in an adult league during my career, probably just a regular three. I don't think I would shoot a deep one like that. That is insane.
My goodness.
Max Strus. Great job to Max Strus. Moving on to our conspiracy theories. Now, this conspiracy theory is about Nick Anderson. Okay?
Nick Anderson played for the Orlando Magic.
Now, Nick Anderson, he played for the Orlando Magic, as I was just saying, and he missed 4 free throws in a row, and then he was done. He's done with his career, basically. He played like three more years, but not to the level he was playing. 'Cause he missed them in the championship. He missed 4 straight free throws when he was playing with Shaq at the time. And he was a very good player, starting shooting guard. He missed 4 straight free throws. They had the game iced. All he had to do was make 1 or 2 of the 4. He missed 4 straight free throws, and he's like a good free throw shooter. He just got nervous or something. And then the Houston Rockets with Hakeem Olajuwon came back down and won the game. But this is a conspiracy theory posed by somebody, I won't say who, all right? Somebody said that it happened long before that because there was a game way before this, okay, where Nick Anderson scored 50-something points off the bench. Crazy, huh? Except something happened during that game. And the something that happened during that game was this. Let's see. We got Nick Anderson having the game of his life. The game of his life. And then Shaquille O'Neal does that. Shaquille O'Neal tore down the rim. All right? And when Shaq tore down the rim, no one talked about Nick Anderson's 50-something points. I don't even know how many points it was. 50 points. Off the bench. But when Shaq did that, no one else talked about anything else. And I think that messed with Nick Anderson's mind, too. So I think his mind was just teetering. And then when he missed the 4 free throws, I think it just went insane. That is someone's conspiracy theory. It's just, I believe it, too. I don't know. What do you guys think out there? And we're moving on to the last thing. The last thing is, what is it? A social experiment. Oh, this one's good, actually. What would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? That's a question. It's a very, very popular question. What would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? I mean, like, whatever you did, you knew you couldn't fail. Why didn't you change your life? And then you're supposed to retract the question and say, now, why aren't you doing that thing? Because a lot of the things we do in life is because we're afraid of we are afraid of failing. All right, so let's see what some answers are from some of our kids.
I set my goals super high.
Trying to do everything in life, I guess.
Then I try to find a way to fail because then I just want to fail.
Tail with the backwards answer. Try to find a way to fail.
I would try my hardest to be good at something.
I don't know. I'd set my goals like up here.
Do everything you want to. Play basketball, become an NBA star.
Work hard and become your dreams come true.
It's like up here instead of my goals being like right here. My goals would be higher because I would feel like that I'll be able to not fail.
Just find a job that you get the most money.
Going to the NBA.
If I try harder. I don't know. I shoot some deeper shots.
Just drive straight to the basket and make every layup.
Those are all good answers, but what would you do? And since Teo talked about that like last year, sometimes has your answer changed to something a little bit smarter, Teo? All right, has it, or is it still just a smart ass answer, huh? What would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? What would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? I think it's a great question to push you forward, because you shouldn't be thinking about failure. You should be thinking about succeeding, period. All right. And speaking of which, we've succeeded with this program, and we have the quote of the day. Don't forget about it. It's all we have is now. I'll talk to you guys later. Don't forget that we have games this weekend for the younger kids. All right. We have practice tomorrow. We got the workouts everywhere like that, and we're always going to get better and better and better. So starts with you, though. Starts right now, and we need you guys to work hard. So keep striving out there. Great job, everybody. Talk to y'all later, man. Reese's pieces, yo. Peace, y'all.
It's a tussle thing and never surrender. Pretty girl, good wonder. It's a tussle thing and never surrender. Go get busy, man. It's a freaky time. That's how we do it, man. It's a party time. Go get busy, man. It's a freaky time. That's how we do it, man.